What's up? Today, I will be redrawing one drawing of my past art pieces from each year, starting from 2020 to 2025. And at the end, I'm going to redraw a 10-year-old drawing of mine, starting with 2020. As you can see, it was supposed to be Naruto fan art, but at the time of drawing this, I had never actually watched Naruto. I feel like that's obvious. I literally gave Naruto a Sharingan, and is that supposed to be Kakashi? I don't know, but time to draw. The first thing I did was change Kakashi to Sasuke, because I thought that made more sense. And I also thought instead of a line down the middle, it should be like a squiggle. It kind of reminds me of Yin and Yang, but I also wanted the styles of the characters to be different, so I made Naruto's side more clean and polished, while Sasuke's is more messy. Here is the final product, and not gonna lie, I'm really proud of this one. Now it's time for 2021. This character was the main villain of a manga I wanted to make in 2021. I remember my main inspo for this character being Kakashi in Demon Slayer. My memory of this character and the story he was from is very foggy, but what I do remember was that he was the villain who was seen as a hero to the rest of the world and was framing the main character for crimes. So I wanted to make him more hero-like, so I gave him a cape and made it red, because that's the color I think of when I hear the word hero. Oh, and the power system revolves around crystal diamonds, like the one on his shirt, so I made the crystals red too. I don't like how the sword looks, but I also hate drawing weapons. I can never make them look how I want. Anyways, here's the final product. On to 2022. This drawing was when I first got my iPad, and I switched to mainly digital. I was still sketching on paper, but I would take a picture and do line art and color it digitally. My main goal for this drawing wasn't really the character, it was more of the landscape and background. I literally haven't drawn one ever, so this is the first time I've done it, and I think it turned out pretty good, honestly. I had a little trouble with the coloring because I didn't really know how to color it at first, but I got the hang of it slowly. And here's the final product, and I really like how it turned out. Now on to 2023. This was my persona back in 2023. I know, it's super edgy, but time to draw. I had a lot of trouble getting the pose for this one, and even now, I'm not really happy with it, but it's whatever. And I decided to add my favorite Pokemon, Esper, too, but I got real lazy with the coloring. So far, this one is my least favorite, but I might retry this on a later date. Time for 2024. This character's name is Nayuta, from Chainsaw Man Part 2. There is no Part 2 of Chainsaw Man. Anyways, I had a lot of trouble with this drawing. Every attempt you see, there's probably around 10 more where that came from, but eventually I went with an exaggerated foreshortened hand. I wanted to do my own thing instead of copying the manga panel this time. Here's the final product. On to 2025. This drawing is of my OC Lynn. I started to do thumbnails for this drawing, but I liked the first one I did so much, I just ended up using it as my base sketch. I used a different brush for my line art this time because I wanted to try something different. And I'm actually really proud of how this one turned out, except for like maybe the clothes. I feel like I could have done those differently, but other than that, I really like this one. Here's the final product. Before I move on to the next drawing, I'm going to shout out my manga, Revenants. You could read the first 2 chapters on Manga Plus. Go read it now. Now finally, on to 2016. This character is Mallow from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I started out by doing more thumbnails. I liked this one, but after coloring a little bit of it, I just didn't like it that much, so I stopped and I came back the next day. I did some more sketches and I landed on this one. I decided to keep the cooking theme, but instead of like a stew or soup, I made it a cake. And I messed with like screen tones and textures. And this is the final result. I'm really proud of this one because I don't usually draw stuff like this. Anyways, thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun recording this, so I'm definitely going to do another video soon. And don't forget to check out my manga on Manga Plus. The first 2 chapters are out right now, and there's 1 or 2 more coming, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe